Life is a journey, not a destination. Welcome to Broken to be Blessed Network, where strong, bold, powerful men will share their journey of inspiration and motivation. Life is meant to be lived, but it depends on one's own experiences that will shape their own path. For this reason, they will leave with you their own strategies used to overcome life's challenges. I'm your host, Samantha McNeil. Welcome to Broken to be Blessed Network. I'm happy to have you joining us today. I have with me yet another wonderful and awesome young man. Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest, Mr. Tashon Don Muschette. He currently holds a bachelor's degree in science education. He's married to his wife, Stacia, and they have a very brilliant 5-year-old son, Nikosi, and are currently expecting another addition to the family soon. Mr. Muschette have a deep love for molding and shaping the lives of others. His passion for teaching others have led him to many places he could have only dreamed of as a child. For this reason, he has hosted many educational functions and seminars. He has held different positions that have allowed him to be in leadership positions in different youth departments in schools and churches. He is very particular in putting fun in everything he does. So sports is like second nature to him. He has a special love for volleyball. His mantra is, never let your current situation determine your destiny. His favorite activity is spending quality time and discovering new experiences with his family. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to Broken to be Blessed Network, Mr. Tashon Don Muschette. Hello, Tashon Don. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful, Sam, and how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so happy to have you joining us today on set.
Oh, yes, ma'am. No problem, no problem. The name alone, Broken to be Blessed, that's what we're here for, to inspire.
Yeah, inspiration, motivation, and testimonies. That's what we provide. So we want to get to know you a little bit, Mr. Muschette. What do you do for fun?
For fun, I like to go out to do sports. That's my type of thing. Back then, I used to like to go out to party a lot. Yeah, but now my major thing for fun is, one, to be with my family, and two, to just go out and do sports. I love sports. I might can't play the sport, but I'll be cheering on the sideline for the winning team.
I know, right? So what's your favorite food?
All right, I'm laughing because my wife asked me that same question, right? And I was there like wondering what is my favorite food, because I love almost everything. But if I'm supposed to pick something, I would say oxtail. Yeah, if you do it really good, yeah, me chew the bone. Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting. I know, right? All right. So, Mr. Muschette, he is a teacher in the USA, but he's from Jamaica. And we want to get to know a little bit where he's from in Jamaica and all of that. But before we get to that, we want to ask you this question. What drives you?
What drives me is, one, my family, and just to make others happy. Honestly, I think that's one of the gifts that God has given me. I feel really good when others are feeling good. And I will try to do my best to make sure that others are feeling good, even in the event of not having something for myself, but for others to have it. And I think that came from, honestly, my biological mother. And I say biological mother and not mother because I'm going to have a story about mother. Yeah.
Okay. I've met Mr. Muschette for what? Almost 3 years? And I tell you, he's really a happy man. That's the name my daughter gave him after meeting him maybe about 1 or 2 times. And he said, Mommy, the happy man, he's always happy. So it is true. No joke at all. Real happy man. So for persons, I think maybe 1 or 2 persons might know the name. From my family know that. Yeah. Happy man. So finally you're meeting the happy man. This is the happy man.
you see, Sam, let me tell you. I remember from I was in high school when persons were calling me black. And I didn't like it. Right? I just said to myself, why let them dictate how I live my life? I'm always going to be happy. I'm not going to have if I have a down moment, it shouldn't last for long. That's just me. Think of something else that will always keep me smiling. That's it. Yeah.
Interesting. And I think that would work very well. So you're from Jamaica. Where in Jamaica are you from?
All right. So I am from Manchester, right? My parents are from Trelawney, but I grew up in Manchester. I was born in Hargreaves Memorial Hospital. I think now it's Lynn's. Yeah, I think Lynn's took over. Yeah, but my parents are from Trelawney, but I grew up in Manchester.
Okay, interesting. All right, so I want you to tell us now, how was life growing up in Manchester?
All right. So before I can tell you about Manchester, right, I have to give you this little part of my life where I don't know if persons might know, but I am willing to share, right? So I was the first for my mother, and being the first for my mother, my aunt took me, right? And I was living with my aunt where I started calling my aunt my mother. And then I remember everybody saying from 10 months old, I was at my aunt. I was weaned from, I think, 9 months, 8 months, 9 months, right? And they say that I was living at my aunt's house. So I was calling my aunt mother. And then I had to go back to Trelawney to call my biological mother, to get to know my biological mother, to call her mother, right? So I was living in Trelawney too for part of the time. I remember I was in Trelawney. This is what I remember, right? Remember when I was in Trelawney, in what you call that grade before grade 1? Kindergarten. Yes, I remember kindergarten just a little bit, where I hope Peter, and if you're hearing me, this is just me telling, okay? So I remember when when we were small and we were walking from basic school, Sam. That is what I was looking for. Basic school. Right. I remember when I was walking from basic school with my brother, and there was a car coming. And believe you me, Sam, I push him. Like, I thought I was playing, but me just push him in the road. And I remember my daddy grabbing him out the road when I push him in the road. And I remember him getting upset about that too. I remember in when I was there in Trelawney again, my parents, my mother, she's a teacher. So she's at school teaching. I should be in my class at the same school. But the teacher sent to my mother saying, where's your son? We can't find him. 2 hours, can't find me. You know where I was? I was selling oranges.
So you you got oranges to sell?
I don't know. So I just know I was selling oranges on the road. That's what they told me I was selling, oranges on the road. Whole heap of drama. Then again, as I say, you as a counselor maybe can help me to find out certain things. But again, persons used to dare me to do almost anything. And I do it. There was a corner on the highway close to where I live, and some boys dared me to lie down in the road. And I was laying down in the road for 2 minutes, and somebody came and pulled me out of the road and beat me and sent me home, and then told my mother what I did. Mommy beat me too. But then honestly, I really don't know what gave me that drive to lie down in the road. And sometimes I say to myself, other persons go through less experiences than that, and they're not in the land of the living. Sometimes I keep saying, why am I alive? Sometimes I keep saying, why am I alive? But then it boils back down and say, hey, I have a plan for you. You might not know yet, but I have a plan for you because I can't see the future. But look where I am. I did not know, Sam, that I was ever going to go on a plane. I remember when I was small, I keep looking up in the sky and say, whoa, that nice, eh? And I never knew that I would ever end up on a plane traveling. So that's a part of me growing up right there. And then going to Manchester now. Fast forward and go to Manchester. So this is where the drama begins, right?
Tell us about it.
Right. So in Manchester, I am from an educational background where my everybody in the household is either a teacher, a principal, or have them doctorate, or have them masters, or something, right? So you know the pressure now is going to be on you, because everybody up there and everybody looking to see that, hey, if you have this person growing you, you have to be the best. So I had that pressure, right? So thinking back, I think I used to lash out because of that.
Rebel, yeah.
Yes, I used to lash out. I didn't know I was lashing out, I was just there saying, in your cursing in your mind. I say all sorts of things. Yes, because Sam, honestly, as young as I was, I could not go out. Like, as like others would go out and party and something. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it. As school over, I have to head home. Even though school was right here and home was right here, I have to march my way up to home. Lunchtime, when kids are down the school playing, I have to march my way up and go eat lunch. So me not have them time if they play.
Yeah.
Right. What else again? I used to just do things which are very mischievous. Very, very mischievous. And then that led into a character that I had. And I said had, because it's no longer there. I had it. I used to have sticky fingers and lie. I don't think nobody could have lied like me, Sam. And I mean lie on the spot. You would think that, wow, like I can make up things right. I could be a movie star, Sam. No, like I could be a movie star. Like you are there and I'm making up things on the spot because of how I pictured things in my mind. So because I couldn't do this or I couldn't do that, I used to just go around daydreaming and making up things. Sam, I'm going to tell you something, don't laugh. I used to play a whole game of cricket all by myself,
Wow.
In my mind, I run up and I say, all right, I'm going to bowl the ball now. And I bowl the ball and I run back down the other side and I bat because I was there by myself doing that until I had cousins coming over. And I think that's what led to my anxiety being so severe too, because everything was all in the mind. I could sit for 3-4 hours just dreaming dreaming about like what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to play this, what I would do if I would do this. And then that led to when I was at school, seeing persons having things, and my parents is like, you're going to get the strongest something. Is not what is in style. So when I was in school, the Air Force used to be the rocking thing. The Clarks used to be the rocking thing. The what a bag pot named Creek? Some Desert Creek or
no.
Deep Creek? No. Wolf Creek.
Wolf
Creek. and yes, Wolf Creek and John Sport Sam. And them bag they used to be inside. I never used to get them. Used to get the strong bag. I remember one time I told my aunt, and I said, I want a Clarks. And Sam, she buy her shoes. Strongest pair of shoes. You know one of my friends tell me? Is must know as arc. My auntie buy that. So me say, why you say that? Him say, I have the only pair make. Because there could never be another pair of shoes like this. Trust me. So I might not have the harsh, the experience of that others might have to say they get hit and beat and thing. But I can tell you that for me, others might not know. Or, when you have to lead a family, when you have to be earning and you have to be calculating how to spend this here, how to spend this there, us as children wouldn't understand all of that. So when they would use, to me, negative quotations or we call it negative reinforcement to get out a positive change, it happened. But then in the long run, it can scar the mind. It can scar the mind. Because I remember I used to think that even though they were showing me all that love, like pouring out all that love in their way, I was thinking that I wasn't being loved. Because I used to get beaten for everything that is my thing. Which me did bad, Sam. Honestly, me did bad. Me nah go around the corner. Me did bad. Right? But then even though a child is bad, it's not about writing them off. You can't write off and that is why I enjoy what I am doing now. Because I am in the field where the ones who they call the bad apple, those are the ones who me like. Because, not to say I don't like the others, but those are the ones that I want to really try with. Because going through what I went through, as in all them, you're going to turn gruff if you don't do your work. I remember doing GSAT. Sam? Oh my gosh. GSAT? I think I'm going to fail. Because before GSAT, all me could hear is, yo, you're not going to pass. You're going to go to this school. You're going to go take up a fork. You're going to go dig Yam Hill. We're going to buy you a cutlass. And as I say, negative reinforcement or negative that way to get out a positive change, right?
So it drives the fear, but it creates
yes. Because trust me, I am a teenager, right? And when I was getting beaten, my aunt used to tell me, don't move, or else me going to fling a stone and bust your head. Sam, me fast enough, me can run, people, me can run. And I stood there, couldn't move. Why? Because the fear that, so not to say that I don't love them, I love my family, I really, really do. And it takes that, as I told you from before, I don't really get upset. Because why waste your life frowning when turning up your smile, put a smile on somebody else's face? Yeah.
Interesting, I tell you. I've had a whole lot of laughs already, and I'm sure you are laughing too, because you're talking with the one and only Tashon Don.
Happy man.
Happy man. So how was it? How was it balancing? Because if you were giving so much trouble, how was it settling down in class, doing the work, doing the assignment? As you mentioned that your parents would have been educators, and they would have been driving that side. You had to keep that up. But there was just something in you that wanted to be a wild child.
Yes.
So how did you balance it? How did you make the transition from primary school into high school?
Into high school. All right. So what I did is, and it might not work for everybody. I can tell you what worked. They used to have that saying, what worked for the goose, no work for the gander.
They say what goes for the goose.
What goes for the goose goes for no. Yeah. What I used to hear is, this.
Anything you do for this one, you must do it for that.
Well, me here say what no work for the goose, it no work for the gander. Or what happened for dog, no what happened for puss. Yes, right. So what I'm going to say is this. Because I am a photographic person, I once I see a picture, that's it for me. I can catch it. I did not study. What I did was SWAT. Right before the exam, I could SWAT any paper and regurgitate everything that's on the paper. And then 2 months down the line, I don't remember what I was doing. Right?
Yeah, not.
don't do that one. So in primary school, that's what I did. I got all the past paper because, as I said, my parents were educators. So I got all the past papers, and some 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999. I just keep swatting every single answer. So going into the exam, they couldn't trick me with anything. I knew every single answer there was, right? So I passed and I went to Manchester High. I remember from grade 4 going up to grade 6, I never came in the top 10 in the class. I was in the top 20. I remember in grade 4 I think I came 40 out of everybody. I was last place. Last place, all because I wanted to explore. You know when persons are, they say you mustn't force your child to do whatever you are doing now. So if you're a doctor, don't force your child to become a doctor. If you're a whatever, but they wanted good out of me, right? So they were pushing that part in. I'm going to tell you an next story again, Sam. I remember they asked me, what do you want to become? And you know what I tell them? A taxi man. Sam, I got beaten left, right, and center. No, get that out. You're taking somebody's job. That's not your job. Beaten. I could not tell them I can't. If I couldn't do the maths, you better don't open your mouth and say you can't. Try. Try, and when you get it wrong over a couple of times, you're going to get beaten again. And until you try and get it right. Couldn't tell them that you can't. I don't like to, until this day, I don't like to read. All because I used to get book, just push and say, read it. My favorite book is I Am a Boy. My name is Roy. You know why? Because it's short. I miss it pictures. Yes, so that was what I did from primary school to high school. Going into high school was another drama. You know, that's where the teenager thing kick in, where I wanted a girlfriend.
Oh, yes.
And honestly, guys, going to high school, I never have a girlfriend. Even though I wanted one, I never have one, because that's where I get to realize that you have to have this intrinsic motivation for yourself to say, hey, this is what I want, or this is what I want to do. I didn't have it. Remember, I told you what I was doing in primary school. I was just swatting my way through, right? So in high school, because I am black, and the girls, I don't want no black boy. I don't want no black boy. So I did not have any girlfriend in high school. All of the girls would have say, yo, your skin too black, or no, we don't like you, you're too nerdy, or no, you this and no, you that. So I was left heartbroken. I was left heartbroken not having a girl, but I had friends, right? And then my friends used to be the ones now to drive back that, say, yo, don't worry, you are appreciated.
So did they dare you in high school too?
Oh yes, a whole heap of things they dare me. Dare me to not follow the school rule, which is wear the wrong color shoes, wear the wrong color belt, take your shirt out of your pants, wear a do-rag over your head, all them stuff. And Sam, before I used to come out and go to school every morning. This was what I had to do every morning before high school, straight up until 5th form. I had to do this every morning before I leave my aunt's house. I had to walk to her room, even though she's not out of bed yet, because I had to leave from about 5:30. I had to go to her room and say, "Auntie, me ready?" And when I go there, I go inside the room and spin so she can see me. And then when she see me, she said, "Okay, you go on to school." So if my shirt out of my pants, go back to your room. Wrong color shoes, go back to your room. Don't have on socks, go back to your room. Your clothes crush, go back to your room. But guess what I did? And if persons are hearing, please don't go back and tell them. Yeah. When I walk like maybe half a mile down the road, me take off my shoes, throw it in the bush, and put on the wrong color shoes. Take off my belt, throw it and put on the wrong color belt. Get me do-rag, me get my friend them to buy me a do-rag, cause me never have the money to buy them stuff there. So me get my friend them to buy me do-rag and me wear me do-rag. So me even call school. If you're up on Mandeville Town, as I say, people, if you hear this, don't go back. A skull, you're only hearing this unbroken to be blessed, because there is something that you can get out of it. Skull school, I remember right now, and as I said, I wish that I had gone to all my Spanish classes, because now I would be speaking Spanish, right? And you see, we need Spanish speaking teachers, right? I school all my Spanish class in high school, go play domino. And not domino like left, right, and center. Just to fit in with the crowd, because remember, I had low self-esteem now. When they were calling me black, I wanted to bleach my skin. I wanted to rub, like get light. As though them say, get back my baby skin tone. Yeah, so I really, really had low self-esteem. I did not get all A's for CXC, but I got passes where I could have gone to sixth form, but my parents were like, "No, you're going to go to college because that will help you to be a man." But then, honestly, looking back at it, I was saying like, "Yo, why never come straight to me and just tell me you never have the money?" Because honestly, if I had went to sixth form, I would do medicine. That's what I wanted to do. And then to do medicine and then go to university that would take up a lot of money. So I went to college, Church Teachers College, got a full scholarship because I did the sciences to go to Church Teachers College. So they wouldn't have to pay any tuition to go to college. But then I wanted to go to do medicine in sixth form. But now I had to go to college. And that's where the breakthrough, I think, happened for me right there in college. Because if that didn't happen right there, I don't think I would be where I am now. Because it was like a choice of you go this way or you go that way. And I was ready to go the opposite way because I had so much hate and anger and everything built up inside. Where the first year in college, I failed the first year in college. And my aunt thought that I passed because I didn't tell them any result of anything, right? I started to go to parties because, in college now, you're not on your parents' house.
You're free at last.
Free what? I was living the best life. Free at last, Sam. I used to go to church, every Sunday. Every single Sunday there is, I used to go to church. I was in the Anglican church for 16 years. I was ready to carry the cross behind. Father.
I have
No, because all right, you understand as I see I go along. I hope I'm not being boring.
No.
Yeah.
Making me laugh too much.
All right. So here we go again, right? So college, we're back at college now. So I was ready to go the opposite end because I started partying, I started drinking. When I say drinking hard, I started smoking, right? I started going out with company who would push me down a path that I wouldn't be where I am now, right? So I failed first year in college, but my parents didn't know that. I tell them I had 2 books to buy, 2 organic chemistry books, and organic chemistry books was like 25 something thousand for 1 book. So I get like a 50,000 from them, and that would now go back into paying for my first year. Because if you fail first year, you had to pay a certain amount. And we find out all of that. So yeah, I was just saying, yo, I wanted to go to 6th form and you send me to college. I just go and do anything I want to do. Right? So yeah, and then I was going out with a lot of girls and partying just to fit in. Because as I tell you, I had low self-esteem. I thought that nobody would like me because I was too dark. So I wanted to be the popular person so that even if you didn't like me for my skin color, they would like me because my vibes make me always out. If you say, yo, party, me ready. I could be in my deep sleep and you knock and say party, me jumping on my boxers and me say ready. That's just me, right? So I wanted to do everything to fit in. Until I met my wife now, right? When she told me that she liked chocolate skin color, so I like, where this girl come from, man? Chocolate skin color? Maybe a lie she tells. Me not believe her. So she'll love me or like me. Right? So, but I was still partying with my friends then. And as I said, I was going to church. Right? So, this is where the breakthrough happened. I may have to sit up for this because sometimes it make me get like it bring, yes. And I see it start come already. Right? So, I remember one night, I used to listen to gospel songs and even though I was going out, people, I used to listen to gospel songs and right? And this night, the guys them said, let's go to Venom. There was this party in Mandeville named Venom. And they said, let's go to Venom. And they come to me and say, bring a knife. I don't have no knife, so me just take up my bread knife. Sam? So I took up my bread knife and the Spirit said, put it down. And I'm not listening to it because I'm not paying it any mind, right? Leave that there, walk down to the gate. We have to jump the gate now. It's practically 11 o'clock at night. This is the way you should be in your bed. And the college was fenced. We jumped the fence. As I jumped the fence, the same spirit, the same feeling said, put down the knife. And I could not move, Sam. I had to take the knife out my side and put the knife in the bush and say, as soon as me and bush have something in common. You see what I mean? Bush. So I put the bush down, the knife down in the bush. Maybe it's a Moses type of thing, the burning bush. Yeah, put the knife down there in the bush. And we go to the party and we're enjoying ourselves. So we're enjoying ourselves, we're drinking. I am drunk, I am wasted. And it's a true story. 2 girls, at that time I was a virgin, I'm not going to tell you a lie. 2 girls saw me and said, if you follow me home, we will have sex with you. You know what come on my face? Yes! You know the little devil laugh? Yes. Followed the girls home. As we reached them home, that was in Ward Avenue in Mandeville. That was a drug area. And followed the girls home in a Ward Avenue. As we reached the door, the girls them said, no, we can't do it tonight again. We're too tired. We walk. We think it is. No. Sam? No, this is it. On my way back, there was a hill. And I was coming over the hill and I saw this bright light coming at me, sir. Bright light come at me. The same spirit was said, put down the knife, said, don't move. Don't move.
Wow.
And there was another spirit saying, jump in at the bush.
Wow.
Sam, I wanted to jump in the bush, you know. And my foot feel like it planted, like it couldn't move. 8 police officers, Sam. 8 police officers jump out of the vehicle. And the
Wow.
8 police officers say, shoot him, kill him. They say, kill him. It's a raid with the pan. That was 4 o'clock Saturday morning. Because it's Friday night we go out. They say, shoot him, kill him. It's raid with the hand. Him shooting the out there so late, so early in the morning. And I'm saying, please, officer, please, don't kill me. It's 2 girls me follow. Come home right there, so I carry them home and I'm going back home. And one officer was adamant and said, no, we can't carry me and shoot him. And they're about to shoot me, Sam. They're about to shoot me, like crank it and ready to shoot me. Same time my phone got off. Sam, I had a bounty killer ringtone and my phone. And honestly, you know what play? Jesus take the wheel. And I don't, until this blessed day, I do not know how Jesus take the wheel, play on my phone. They grab the phone from me, they fling it down, and they say, yo, is call him or try call the others? And I'm like, no, I'm not calling the others. What are you doing out here? They say, sir, I am going to church tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, today. I'm going to church today. So me tell her next lie. Say me I go to church on Saturday. When me no go church on Saturday. Right? And the other man that they was gonna shoot me. And they put the gun at my chest. And like when they put the gun at my chest, this officer walk out and it was this female. I don't even know where the female come from. And she said, let me search him now, Sam. Imagine if I had that knife on me and she searched me. What do you think would have happened?
Good deal.
She said, let me search him. And she searched me. And when she do this, she said, what is? And I said, miss, I peepee me peepee up. And the officers drop on the ground and start laugh. They started laughing me to scorn. And the lady look and say, go on. When I tell others the experience, them I say, bro, the police, them play with you, them laugh with you. But Sam, I call that my divine intervention right at that time. That's when I say, you know what? It's either God or nothing. Because at that point, I saw my life flash before right there, so that was it. So that changed me right there where I started reading the Bible more, listening more, and then me pray and say, God, this whole sticky finger and this whole telling lies, I want to get rid of it. Please help me. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And from there, me say, yo, you know what? If God can do that for me, how am I going to help somebody else? To tell them the good news where that God, I might not be the you, Sam, like have this wonderful broken to be blessed broadcast or podcast, right? But what can I do to help others to know that, yo, God did this for me? So I started reading. I started going to the Anglican fraternity, the Adventist fraternity there at the school. That's where I met my wife now, and she helped me. She molded and helped me to be also who I am today. It was not the best of journeys. Every relationship go through tests and trials, right? But I can safely say that if it wasn't for God, I would not have been where I am now.
Wow. Profound and powerful and touching and inspirational journey yet so far. Tashon has shared so much of the past and how it has been God's divine intervention that changed the course and the path that he was heading down. And he's now a wonderful family man. He mentioned how his wife had or have been an inspiration in changing him and helping him to be who he is today. So
yeah, and watch this now, watch this, right? So remember, I'm not giving you the whole thing, so you can get, you know what I'm saying? All right. So that was college. Now, did that change me right there and then? Some people say, once you get that thing, yeah, instant. No, it didn't. It was a process, right? Because after doing that, it was like, if I do good, then God should bless me no matter what. So I was thinking of in that line that, in order to get God's blessing, you have to do good. So if you do bad, you're going to be rewarded with bad things. And if you do good, you're going to be rewarded with good things. Not knowing, say, no matter what you do, God going to bless you anyhow, because that's the God where we serve. So I was putting God to the test every single time after that. Every single time. Now, Sam, remember, I tell you that when I was small, I always look up and say, me ever go up on a plane? I did not even know that I was ever going to fly on a plane, right? Now, here comes. This is how good God is, right? In Jamaica, I am the type of person where, me not wash nothing. God make it so me I eat it. You know what I'm saying? Fruits. Me not washing it. From me go pick it on the tree, me I say, yeah, God rain wash this off, man. me good. Yeah, and I went to Portland, and when I went to Portland, I somebody pick a star fruit, jumbilin. And from that day I don't eat jumbilin again. Somebody pick jumbilin and give me, and when they pick jumbilin and me eat it, Sam, in a half an hour, me almost dead.
wow.
I had to be, they rushed me to the hospital. Well, before me even get rushed to the hospital, let me tell you the little thing before that, because me have time. Yes, so, right? So after half an hour passed, I had diarrhea, constant, couldn't stop. Me drive from Portland all the way to Mandeville. When we go Mandeville now, me and Stacy, we were staying at the same house, right? 11 o'clock in the night, jump up. Sam, everything numb. Left, right, center, numb. Couldn't talk. The only thing that came out of my mouth was Jesus. Everything else was, couldn't talk. Rushed me to the hospital. The doctor said that I had a severe case of bacterial gastroenteritis. Only to check it out, the guy who threw the star fruit and give me, he was dealing with some rabbits who had mastitis.
Wow.
And if that wasn't being taken care of, it would eat me out left, right. If I didn't go to the hospital, in 2 days, it would have eaten me straight out and dead again. See that?
Wow.
So that is the second time. Now I was in the hospital for 2 days. Now this is it. We get a call from, I wanted my wife to work in Trelawney where I was working, right? And I was telling God, I said, God, me want my wife get a work in Trelawney. God said, yeah. Me say, God say, yeah. So the principal down there said she can come. Sam, the month when she was supposed to come, the principal called me and said, no, she can't come again. Me try every way to make it work for myself because I took God out the equation now. So I make this work for myself. Because every time I used to pray and say, God, how me feel working at Trelawney? And you make me married. And my wife in Manchester. How that make sense? You call yourself God, yeah, God. How that? That was the type of way me quarrel with God. They say, was it, who they say wrestled with God and Jacob and God have to dislocate him. That's how I was like quarreling with God. Say, you can't be God and you make this happen. Long story short, I got a job in the Bahamas. Now remember, I am quarreling with God about a job which is 2 hours away from my wife. Right? Now I am a plane flight away from my wife. Far, far. So God said, all right, since you are quarrel with me, I'm going to show you who is God. Sam, for 2 months straight, I cried. I cried in the Bahamas because I wanted my wife. Me couldn't, no, I used to drive 2 hours just to go look for her. No, me can't because it's a big money if you fly if you go look for her. Who go spend $1,000 just to go fly on a weekend if you go look for her? Yeah. So, dear God put me in the Bahamas, but then God pulled her from Jamaica and put me with her in the Bahamas. And look where that lead me. Little boy like me, who never know me could have fly upon a plane, I curse God, say, yo, why this, why this, why this, why that? But look where God put me now. I'm in the US. All because I trusted the process, even though I was quarreling. And that is what a lot of persons sometimes fall short on. Yes, quarrel and talk to God because the relationship is between you and God. Right? But don't cuss God and leave it there. Me quarrel and say, God, if you name God, you need to talk to me, you need to do this and you need to do that. But at the same time, I trusted the process in how he was leading my life. If me never have chicken to eat today and have sardine, thank you God, a sardine me eat today, me good. If me never have sardine and me could have catch one little tiny fish, so thank you God, me catch a little tiny fish and we good. So for me it was either God or my family. Because it came to a point too, where me and others might not know it, but I was putting my family over God. If my family said this, and this me I work with. No matter if God tell me say, relax, wait, and then me I listen to. And when I was in the Bahamas, I got sick again. And this time God put it to me clear, vividly. Him say, the only way I go heal is if you choose. Is either me or your family. Which one you choose? And some, boy, me choose God's side, Not for say me never love my family, but me choose God's side. And trust me, it felt like the hardest side. Because it say you have diamonds are not just plucked from the ground like that. They have to go through a whole heap of fire and burn. And trust me feel it, man, Sam. But in the end, I trusted God.
Awesome. He trusted God, and hence he is where he is today. He is given the opportunity to mold and to inspire and to touch life and to, in all of what he has been through. Are you still a deer? Are you still?
Yes.
Still love a deer?
Oh my gosh, me
dare
still.
You to jump over the line?
No, me not. No, because I'm of the mindset now to know that if I do that deer, me going to get in a pain or hurt. I'm not going to do that deer. But if you dare me, let's say, eat that ice cream, me going to eat. I have something else to tell you too, All right, so here in the US, a student asked me like, why do you treat us like this? Like, why do you take the time out to care for us, right? And I was telling the child that I am treating you how I wanted my teachers to treat me when I was in high school, right? And I'm going to say this. When I was in high school, because I used to play around too much and laugh around too much, the teachers them used to tell me that you're going to turn gruff. You're not coming to nothing. You're going. There is no good for you. I remember one of my teachers told me, I'm not going to tell which teacher, but I remember one of my teachers tell me that, say, you will never come out to nothing. All because me get up in our class and crack up a joke. Yeah. Every time she says something, me just say something back and crack joke. Everybody that laugh after the teacher, right? And she told me I wasn't going to come out to nothing. And then here comes this one teacher, I can't call her name now. Not one, two teachers. Miss Morgan, she has a chemistry class in Mandeville now, and Miss Thompson. Miss Morgan and Miss Thompson told me that, yo, Muschette, you are a star. And I'm like, what do you mean by I'm a star? She said, you're a star and you don't even know it. Because I was helping others to do their work instead of doing my work. And they tell me, you're a star. When I went to college again, my lecturer, his name is Mr. Ferreira. He said, Muschette, you're a star. So that was 3 teachers telling me that I'm a star, and I still did not get what they were saying. When I came here and I started teaching the kids how I wanted to be taught when I was in high school, showing the love. If you don't do this right, come on, let me see. Come on, man. Yes. You're going, don't worry, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. If you don't get it today, you're going to get it tomorrow. Yeah, that's how I wanted my teachers to do it. Not to say if I don't get it today, you're not going to come out to nothing. Right? And then now, when I was teaching in Jamaica, I was teaching, this is my what? This is my 10th or 11th year teaching. I was teaching in Jamaica, and one of the reasons, I didn't want it to leave too, one of the reasons I left was I had this saying, I came up with this thing, be like a water. And that's why I wanted to say it, because, I make up this thing, It said, be like a water. Now watch this. If water remain still or stagnant, it forms bacteria in it. No matter how clean the water is, if the water is not moving, it's going to form bacteria in it. So if you see yourself as just standing here, not doing anything, you need to move. And when I say move, I mean get up, tell yourself that I need to do something. Don't just sit down and, nothing not happen for me. You need to get up. You need to brush the little dirt off of your pants. Even if it was to pack bag, you pack it with your best, and I know that God will work. Sam, did I tell you that I wanted to be a taxi driver when I was... That's what I wanted, to be a taxi driver. And trust me, when I was in college, me load a bus. I go downtown, because I was at Michael. So I went to Crossroad, and me tell the doctor, I said, me can load the bus. That was always my dream to load a bus. And he said, boss, you serious? And I said, yes, me want to load the bus. Sam, I roll up my pants foot, shoes by my foot, put my shirt, downtown, pop in, UC campus. Sam, me load a bus in like 2 minutes. The man turned around and looked at me and said, $100 your boss.
Yeah, good work.
For you, and I say this to say, right, that even if you want something and it don't happen for you at the same time, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you in the future. Right? We just have to trust God and believe. Read in the Bible and believe.
process.
Yes.
Trust the process. And what a beautiful way to end today's journey of Mr. Tashon Don Muschette. Thank you so much for being here on Broken to be Blessed Network.
Yes, ma'am.
And for sharing. Oh my God, you make me laugh so much.
That's just me. That's just me. So once you're around me, it's this. I tend to want to keep this positive energy. I don't. Negative energy around me just break my whole vibes. So if somebody's gonna come around me which is negative, I tend not to say I don't talk to them. I tend not to stay around them because that negative energy can get a little itch, and from something get a little itch, it's going to start turning out in a sore until you start be that negative person too. So that's why I look so young, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you again, Mr. Muschette. You have me laughing, I tell you. Thank you again, viewers, for watching. And I am inspired, and I know you would be inspired to have yourself a blessed day, a blessed evening, a blessed afternoon. Bye-bye.